This C++ code demonstrates the difference between public and private inheritance and how it affects access to base class members. In C++, when a class inherits from another, the inheritance type controls how the base class's public and protected members are exposed in the derived class. The base class here defines a simple method show that prints a message. We then define two derived classes. Public derived inherits publicly from base, while private derived inherits privately. In public derived, because inheritance is public, all public members of base remain public in public derived. As a result, test public private inheritance, we can create a public derived object and call pub.show directly, which works fine and prints base show, as we can see here. In contrast, private derived inherits privately from base. This means all public and protected members of base become private in private derived. Outside of private derived, you can no longer access show directly. However, inside private derived, the method called callShow calls show successfully because private inheritance only affects external access. Internally, the derived class still has access to the base class method. So, the problem arises when we try to call priv.show from outside the class. Since show became private in private derived, due to private inheritance, the compiler rejects this call with an error, as we can see here. This example highlights how public inheritance preserves the is-a relationship, allowing external code to treat the derived class like a base class. Private inheritance, on the other hand, expresses a has-a or implemented in terms of relationship, and hides the base class's interface from external users, making it accessible only within the derived class itself.